So one of the segments of last night's ceremony that a lot of people have been messaging me about is the experience of my mother and I. And I brought my mom on and interviewed her a little bit and had her share. And a lot of the book is about our relationship, because the book is about the experience of us losing our immediate family. My dad had already passed, and then my brother and my grandmother died within 2 months of each other. And so suddenly it was just my mother and I. And inside of family systems, every member is important and plays a different role of mediation and neutralizing and pulling attention in different areas. And so it's a really wild experience to be part of a larger family, and suddenly it's just you and your mom. And mother-daughter relationships are already a complex relationship. I don't need to tell anybody that who's a mother or a daughter, right? And particularly when you're a mother and daughter inside of a family system where there's been a lot of illness and crisis. So that's a big part of the book. And my mom had always been a really deeply private, like what she said last night is, this was a big learning and a big experience for her, because my mom's a very outward and social person. But when it comes to the things that our family had been through, she was a deeply private person. And that's really why I wanted to have her share last night, because there was a process that she went through to allow herself to be someone who'd always kept these things really close to the chest, to suddenly having a book that anyone and everyone is reading about my experience that she was part of. And so many people have messaged me to just, first of all, tell me how blown away they were by my mom and the way she shared the journey of it, first being about just giving me the permission to do anything I needed to be able to survive what I had gone through, because she's still my mother. And in that way, she was trying to, maybe it's about my self-preservation and my healing in some way, that she knew that permission was one way she could nurture me in a very senseless time, to actually seeing the power and the utility of sharing the story, and then what it has really taught her, and how she has maybe changed certain ways she's held things close or withheld information. It was really powerful for people to hear that. And so a lot of people have messaged me because they were so blown away by my mom's strength and open heart to the experience. And then also it brought up emotion and sadness for some people, where and that's why I wanted to have my mom talk about it, because I really feel like our families are the final frontier. And many people are out in the world doing all types of healing work and working out relationships with mentors, with teachers, with friends, with colleagues that actually are about their family, because they don't feel like they can do this with their family. And in some cases, truly, they may not be able to. It may not be a safe thing. But so many people have messaged me and this is again, I know a lot of people have a big story inside of them to share, and they're not sure how to do it when they're not sure that they have family that can be right with it. And I really relate to that. And I feel like, in many ways that was my journey, besides the fact that, my brother and I were such partners on the healing path for our entire adult lives. And after he passed, I could see where there was work I couldn't do while he was here because of my loyalty to him, and places where I didn't want him to feel like my life had been negatively impacted because of his journey with his health, right? And just different things like that. And so I guess the one thing I want to share, so my mom shared her journey, and in the replay, you'll hear more about that. But what I want to share is, first of all, sometimes this journey takes a lot of time. And just because certain things haven't healed or been available to heal yet, doesn't mean you'll never get to be liberated or resolve things that might feel truly impossible at the time. It may just not be and also in the place of time, what I found through the process of writing this book is, there was a lot I thought I needed to share and express to feel understood, or for the story to feel understood, or for the transmission and the reason for the book to really come through. And actually, as I spent time with my mom and we just dropped into our relationship and there was nowhere to go and nothing to do but just actually turn towards what was possible for us now, and life gave us all these different opportunities to do that, there was a lot of things that weren't necessarily important for the book, because the understanding I needed was actually from my family. It was actually from my mom, or even different people in the family. And I could give an aspect of that story that was still going to land really powerfully for readers without sharing things that was going to be very painful or inappropriate. So yeah, I just wanted to share that, and to just send a lot of love and compassion to everyone who felt, who first of all, thank you for everyone who shared how amazing that segment was. And yeah, I am just so proud of my mom and her journey and our journey together. And you know, I'm really hoping this book reaches people who have a journey with their parent that they might be on, you know, a healing journey. And also to just trust timeline, and just, if last night moved you and you're feeling like, how is this possible for me? I'd love to talk more about that. So the replay is available. If you'd like to be sent the replay, I'm going to be sending it out. And I'm also going to be doing a book club with the book, where we're going to be working with elements of the book in your own life, really bringing it back to your own life. So more to come on that.